Let me just act like I'm adjusting my camera. Perfect. What's good, peeps? We're back again, okay? This week has been a bit iffy. There's been some good, there's been some bad. There's things I need to improve on. There's things I just need to stay consistent at. And overall this week, we're back in positives once again because we did not trade that much. That's really it. We knew when not to trade and when to trade. But the thing that we actually did not do as well was knowing when to take out. Knowing when the signs are clearly against us, which we'll see in this video. You guys can learn something from me on the way up as well, because like I said, I'm not going to stop till I get there. It doesn't matter if I don't post as much, it's because I'm not trading as much, but I should be doing more of like psychological or just life updates during those times. But besides that, guys, we're going to keep going till we get to the top because we ain't bitches. That's one. And we got goals. We got things to do in life. Because the reason I'm saying this in this sort of way as well is because if you stop doing what you need to do, where else are you going to go? You're going to stay in your job, you're going to be depressed, and yeah, there's nothing more after that. You're just going to be a mediocre motherfucker. And I know I'm not mediocre, alright? It's sometimes hard for me to understand that I'm not mediocre, right? It's hard for me to realize that I am not mediocre, but I'm not mediocre. Tell that to yourselves, do something, start something. You don't have to start what I do, start something else, whatever you like, whatever you're interested in. Something that usually has a no market cap, because if that's the case, then you can do anything. Anyway, this intro has been yapping too long. Let's get straight into it. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Traders headquarters down below if you guys want to join me to the top. Let's get into it. Guys, we are currently on Monday. We're currently at the start of the week, Monday. I want to show you guys just how my thought patterns were, what happened, why I took a buy here instead of later on, and just all those certain situations. Which I'll first go from the top-down analysis. I just decided to, from here, put a box like that, the yellow box, the golden zone that I usually have, which is indication of phase one, right? Phase one, phase two, came down. I know it's a bit messy, but I like my, I don't know, it just looks better, guys, when my work's a bit messy. Anyway, these lines here all stand for liquidity. So I put 3 lines there because these are like the 3 major lines. Go to the 5 minute and you can see why I took a buy. So first of all, why I took a buy is from here to here, it is outside of the 20% deviation. That's one confluence. Another confluence is prices grab liquidity. That's 2 confluence. The third confluence, which I should have waited for, is for a monthly open prices, which are all the black lines that I need to wait for price that either to go through or touch. In this case, I really only had 2 confluences, and we can just see how price is looking. Price is looking like it's ranging still. It's ranging, but it's also slowly starting to go into an uptrend. It's grabbing more liquidity, right? Grabbing more, hold on. It's grabbing more liquidity, and then it's pushing up. That's what I thought to myself, right? And from here, I was like, you know what? It's a pretty good area. Previously from here, it did fake me out right here if I was to take a buy somewhere here. But I just knew, number one, price was too early for that. And number two, there were so many other factors here, because you can clearly see here, there's another liquidity right here. There's another liquidity in monthly here. There's so many other areas of opportunity where price can reject. So that's why I put a 20 pip stop loss. And I was like, this is a good area to take a buy. And let's see what happens. So we play it on. Price keeps going down. So if I was patient enough, guys, if I was so patient enough to actually wait for price to grab most of the liquidity down here, right? If I was to take a buy right here, guys, right here with a 10 pip stop loss, right? And I put this up here as well, same place. Let's see what would happen. So it would have had the same outcome, but with a bigger reward. Yeah, I got a 1 to 4 from this trade because I had a bigger stop loss. If I had half the amount, if I just had half the amount, I would have taken out, yeah, I would have taken out somewhere here. I literally would have had a 1 to 10 instead of a 1 to 4. So lesson to learn here really is to If there are a lot more opportunities down below and price has shown previous fake outs, be patient. I need to really get that into my mind. I don't need to trade today. I don't need to. Because once I have that instilled in my mind, I don't need to trade, then I don't have to force myself to find a trade. So that's really what I've learned from today. It was a pretty good day, positive, but I just literally could have had a better entry area if I was just more patient. And there was a lot of factors coming in where price is reacting off better opportunities instead of singular opportunities, if that makes sense. So let's go to Tuesday. This was on GBP USD. It offered me this insane 1 to 4. Could have made it a 1 to 10, which is way better, but you know, I'm thankful for today. So let's go to Tuesday. So Tuesday came around. Tuesday, honestly, I think this was a good trade. This could have been in a better area. The same thing, guys. Phase 1 right here. Phase 2 right here, coming down. And I'm expecting phase 3 to be coming back up. And just depending on how long price would take, would determine if I would take the trade or not. And in this case, price was later on the day. I wasn't as confident, but it was still in a good area to take a buy. And since price was just drilling down without no pullback, you're expecting a pullback. So, you know, price came all the way down here. There was a reason why I took a buy here because of these certain areas right here, which were also liquidity areas. Waited for price. Price continued to go down. Grabbed this one. I was like, this is a perfect area for me. This is the second time it's happened where price has showed me another area where there's lots of opportunities. And this is where you have to hold out a bit longer because there's better opportunities to take a buy from. As in this case, right here was the best opportunity to take a buy from just because it's 2 monthly open prices. That's another trend I've seen recently. When there's 2 monthly open prices and price goes around that area, it has a more likely chance of actually rejecting that area and pushing off. Right, so here this was 3 hours into when I usually trade. So I was thinking that, you know, price needs to reverse soon. So in this case, I was right, but wrong, because an hour or 2 hours later, when price hit the double monthly open price area, that's where price rejected and continued to go up. I just didn't want to wait that long, to be honest. That was, to be honest with me. And that's why I took a trade here, because price grabbed the second liquidity, which I made the same mistake yesterday, funny enough. Literally, there was only liquidity areas right here. And I thought price was going to reject off the liquidity area, but in the end, price actually rejected off the monthly area or the liquidity and monthly area. So this is the second mistake I made in a row, which is crazy. I didn't really revise it or nothing like that. And this is what I've seen now, that price repeats itself clearly, because look, I was only waiting for the liquidity, the second one too, especially. And it turned out that it faked me out again. See, faked me out right here if I was to hop in. Faked me out right here again if I was to hop in. Here would have been in a better situation because my stop loss would have still been over these 2 monthly open prices. So I still would have been good, but overall I could have just done better. And taken a buy if I was to wait for a monthly open price, which I probably wouldn't, right here. And it could have been another 20 pips stop loss again. Which I would have learned in the end that be more patient, because, you know, just watch out for what price does. That could be another thing. So here, guys, just having better entries, being more patient would have given me a better opportunity to actually get this move, which price does. It wasn't necessarily a big move, but it was a move that I would have still been in profits for. So I would have woken up around, when price comes down a bit, I would have woken up around here somewhere. So I could have been up like a 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, something like that, if I had a good amount. If I had a 10 pip stop loss, if I had a 20 pip, probably was only a 1 to 1. So lesson to learn in this trade is just to, if there are a lot of opportunities and there's fake outs, wait and be patient. If that makes sense. Also, I cut my stop loss here just because price just didn't look like it wanted to continue pushing up. There was no rebound here, and I was like, yeah, if price goes below here, I'm cut my stop loss. I did exactly that, so I saved a few pips. I think I saved like 3.8 pips, which is pretty good. And let me move on to possibly Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Alright guys, this is Wednesday, not actually Thursday. This was my last trade I took for the week, and I'll explain why I took a buy right here. So first was right here, the range, phase 1, phase 2, and I was expecting phase 3 coming the opposite way, which it did exactly that, but I just needed to know when to take out, because my entries they're a little bit shit this week, not gonna lie, but my exits need to be fixed, right, for this one, clearly, because I should have been in profits a whole lot more than a 1 to 0.26, which is absolutely shit, right? But you know, it's just a lesson that I wanted to learn. So from here, guys, we go to the 5-minute time frame. Price has already done all my 3 confluences. There was a monthly open price here as well. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Price pushed down through the monthly open price. It's giving me a better opportunity to take a buy. It's deviated outside. Like everything is lining up. Oh wait, okay, so it's actually hasn't gone out the 20% area, but it's gone out enough that I would say that price could reject from this area, right? The reason why I also thought that price could come back down is because there was a liquidity right here. You can clearly see there was liquidity right here that price missed. So we play this on, guys. We'll clearly see from here. I was like, yeah, this is a good area to take a buy from. I was in, guys, I was in on this whole trade. This whole trade I was in on. I did understand though, there is also another monthly open price somewhere here. For some reason it's missing, but I'm just gonna put it somewhere here. There's another monthly open price somewhere here. So this is really what happened. And remember, guys, I told you that when there's 2 monthly open prices, it's pretty dangerous. And in this case, there was 2 monthly open prices. Price moved a whole lot. It missed the liquidity. And remember, what we usually see is that when price misses the liquidity, it comes back for it. So I just didn't think so. And I just wanted to test that for myself one more time just to see what price does. And I was holding this whole trade. And as soon as news came, boom. Right? My stop loss was originally up here. But since news came, it actually delayed my taking out, which is fair enough. Doesn't really matter. It took out for $5 instead of around $30 to $40. So that was like a lesson I need to learn there, where know when to take out, because it was clear that price was just rejecting this area. It didn't want to push through. It did enough. It made its move, and it also forgot liquidity. So if I was to take a buy here, take a sell here, I could have made a 1 to 5 today. I literally could have made a 1 to 5 today. I just didn't have enough faith in myself, or faith in what I knew. So that's what I need to improve on for this trade specifically. I could have scalped the living shit out of this and made so much money, but I just literally made practically break even today, which is alright. But yeah, that's really all for this week, guys. This trade was the most infuriating trade because I knew I could have done more, and I knew that price could have reversed. I just was hoping for price to push up more. The only problem that I had was price did not literally deviate outside the 20%, which I was waiting for price to deviate outside the 20% for actually news coming, so that it made more sense for news to come back down. But now I realize that news don't give a fuck about no deviation. It just literally cares about the area it's in, how price is reacting. You can just determine where price is going to head. And in this case, it was still likely for price to go up or down, but there was just more, it was a higher percentage of price also coming down because liquidity was left here. There was 2 monthly open prices, and it also grabbed liquidity. So lesson learned right here. That's really what I've learned for this week. So what I've really learned for this week, just from seeing my previous 3 trades, is number 1, if price leaves liquidity, know damn well that motherfucker's coming back. Either today, tomorrow, some other time, because price doesn't leave liquidity like that. And let's just see what happens later on. So price comes up, comes down. Let's see if it's going to come back for it. Yep, grabs liquidity, and guess what happens after? It's going to push up. Price continues to push up. It looks like price does continue to push up instead of pushing down. So that is like a confirmation that price does not want to miss out on that liquidity. It loves its liquidity. Number 2 is be more patient, because in certain situations, like on Monday and on Tuesday, by the way, this was on Euro USD. Forgot to say that. This was on Euro USD. See, on Monday and Tuesday right here, if I was just to be a bit more patient and understanding that price doesn't need to just deviate 20% out to come back in. If there's a lot more opportunities and there's better areas to take a buy, price would usually go to that area, or it's just a better chance of price going your way in that area. That's one. Another thing, being more patient if price has a lot of opportunities to reverse in certain areas due to the fact that there's better areas to take a buy at, right? And third, know when to take out. Know when to take out, which I'm pretty sure I was to identify opportunities and know when to take out, which I'm pretty sure kind of mixes in with what I've already said. That's really what I need to learn, guys, for this week, so that I can implement this next week and I can just be better, right? So I can just be better, improve, and just stay profitable. This week was like the lowest, not the lowest. You clearly saw I could have made way more. I just didn't have enough experience, right? I didn't have enough experience to make way more, and I just needed to learn. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something from me. I hope you guys, you know, actually click the link, because it's a free link. It's not going to be free all the time. Maybe in 2 years time it's going to cost, and the people already in are going to be free. Yeah, but hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys learned something as well, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.